Hey everybody, I know it's been a while since we did some truck content, and I made a video a couple months back and posted it about the story behind every truck and all the projects, and I had promised to follow up on all the follow-ups to go over all the names and the history and things that I'd done with them, plans that I have in the future, and as of yet I haven't done that, and I feel I owe it to everybody. I know I have gotten off on some other content and started posting some other things. Many of you have seen the Natter Days videos, and the story on that is basically it started as a joke at work, and I came home and I ran with it, and it's helped grow the channel actually. A couple more subscribers, but that's not the content that the channel I think really needs. That's more of my TikTok stuff, which, yeah, surprisingly enough, I have a TikTok now because of the Natter Days. So let's go over some things. I'll give you a quick overview of all the trucks and everything where we're at right now with projects and stuff. So the main project that will forever be the closest to my heart, my favorite truck, the one that I currently have had the longest, is Black Sunshine. It's a 1979 Ford F-150 Ranger XLT, air conditioning, 4-speed, 351M, four-wheel drive, obviously, and it's basically a twin to my dad's truck that he bought new, ordered from the dealership. And I always tease him and say, my truck's just like yours, except better, because I got real air conditioning instead of 602 air conditioning, 60 miles an hour with two windows open. That was doing something back in the day. But that's my favorite truck, and that's one of my main goals and projects to finish one day. And it seems like every year I get kind of closer, and I'll start working on it and get really into it. And then I'll have another project, and it'll kind of get left to the side, and then every once in a while I'll take it out and drive it and remember how fun it is, and then get back into doing stuff with it. And then something will break and it'll sit again. So that's pretty much where we're at with it right now. Is it has some issues. It doesn't want to start right now. I think it's a fuel issue, so I'm going to have to go through that. It's got 4 Super Swampers on it with the Dick CPEC wheels, and they look really good, except for one of them goes flat all the time. So it's pretty hard to drive it like that. I got a busted spring in the front, so it leans a little to the driver's side. The spring cup is busted and rotted out too, so I probably won't be driving it anytime soon, even if I do get it running, except around the yard. But at this point, I think the plans are to just go ahead and strip it completely down, put a utility bed on it to match the plans for most of the rest of the trucks, and then just go from there. And as of yet, I haven't decided where to go with the drivetrain. I want to build a 400 for it, either 400 or 444 with the T Meyer kit, and I'm going to stay manual in it. Either stick with the NP 435 or swap it to a ZF5 and actually have 5-speed with overdrive, make it a little funner to drive. But I don't plan on doing lift with it. I plan on keeping it on the 33s, and that's pretty much as far as it's going to go. Of course, with the name Black Sunshine, it's going to be black. I don't know if it's going to be flat black or jet black or somewhere in between, but it's basically going to be majoritively black, except for the interior, because I like to drink Yuengling Black and Tan, so why not combine those things into one? After that is the 79 F-250 four-wheel drive that I bought a couple years ago that up until recently, we were calling Tow Pig or Dragula, and the basis for that was it was going to be the truck that I used to haul my trailer and pull stuff. And now, because my volunteer fire department does not have a brush truck, we put a utility body on there. I found a 250-gallon water tank and a pump set up for a brush truck. We've been putting that together. I took the 351M out. I'm not sure if anybody remembers when we had the timing issues, when I could take the chime chain between the gears and pinch it together and it would touch. It jumped timing one day and it still ran, but it just had no power. So switched that out and it drove, and I just still decided that, hey, that's not enough power, and I think it's got a knock in the bottom end. So I felt like it wasn't going to last very long anyway. Well, I found a 460 out of a 79 van. I just got a new flex plate today that to replace the one that got bent when we pulled the 460 out of the van. So that should be going in probably in the next couple days, and then I can put that back together and get it running and driving again, and then at some point paint it and finish it up. But for now, its name is Brush Truck, and that's just what it is. Other than that, we have the service truck, which I think we're going to call Red Groovy, to keep on theme with Rob Zombie songs, because it's going to stay red. And I'm not sure how many of you know, but the side business that used to be called Bruce Enterprises Inc. is now called Bruce Fire Equipment, because I do sell a bunch of fire equipment, apparatus, and I also do fire apparatus repair, and the main part of my business is geared towards the firefighting industry. So it's going to be painted to match, just like fire apparatus. So I think Red Groovy is probably going to be a good name. We're going to do the full lariat interior with red and white to go with the exterior design, gold leaf, all that kind of stuff, the whole 9 yards. And it's a long frame. It's a 161 inch, so it takes 11-foot bed, and I just have to find one to put on there. I had secured one, but then the guy backed out of the deal, and it just that's where it is. But it's got a 400 in it with a 4-speed. It's 2-wheel drive dually. Some plans for far in the future: F550 suspension, 4-wheel drive, and diesel with a 5-speed. So that'll be a fun project, but it'll be something much farther down the road. Aside from that, we have Brownie, which is a 78, I think, F-150 2-wheel drive. The motor's blown. Somebody painted it brown back in the day over whatever color it was. And it's straight. It's rust-free body. And we're going to put that on the 4-wheel drive rolling frame that I have from a 79 F-150. And keep the 6-inch and 39s on it, and probably put the 429 Super Cobra Jet on there, or the 429 PI. I haven't decided which one. It'll probably be automatic. It'll be a mudder. It'll be loud, nasty. Just a big old mud truck. Fun to drive. Nothing really special, just Bruceified. And other than that, we have the rolling frame from a 74 F350 single rear wheel, which is the 140-inch wheelbase. Probably going to put a flatbed on there, put the cab back on it, and put the body back on, and I think make it pretty much a tow rig, because it's an F350 and it's single rear wheel. Nothing really fancy. I might even put a 300 straight six in it, just for shits and giggles. But maybe a diesel, 7.3 or 6.9 IDI, something really simple. Probably 5-speed manual to make it easy. But nothing really special to write home about with that one. And then we have Steak Body, which is a 79 F350 dually. It's 4-speed with a 300, and it gives me grief all the time. Right now, it's full of scrap metal in the back, and every time I've tried to take it up to the recycling place to empty it, it decides that it wants to have problems. Either the tires go flat, or the motor won't start, or it tossed the drive shaft, or speaking of tossing drive shafts, it's always had some kind of hiccup. But I ordered a whole bunch of parts to fix a lot of the issues. We're not using the underbelly tank. I found a 6-gallon John Boat fuel tank and stuffed it underneath the hood and hooked everything up, ran the hose to it and stuff. So I think that's enough to get it to town, and I'll just keep another 5 gallons in there on the floorboard and fill it back up if I need to. It's just a here, there, and run around kind of truck. I think I'm in the process of probably trading it to John over at Half Moon Customs. He thinks he wants to do some stuff to it. And other than that, I got a red 76 with a 460 in it, 2-wheel drive, that I'm probably just going to fix up just enough that I can get it on the road to have another dent side to drive and let it cause me headaches and issues, and see how that goes. But that's where we're at right now. Here it is, the beginning of August in 2024, and I probably won't have a truck finished this year. I may have one on the road again that I can drive, but we're pushing it, and I can't stick to one project at a time. You know, I'm scatterbrained, little ADHD going on, so I get to making progress in one project, and then I think about another one, and I totally forget what I was doing and get sidetracked, and nothing ever really gets finished, but we're working on that. So, yeah, hopefully you guys like the Natterday content, but we're going to start making more of the truck content. We're probably going to do some firefighting stuff too, but yeah, the Stash Billy Customs was really made for the truck content, so we're going to get back to that. And if you're interested, the TikTok is also Stash Billy Customs, and the majority of that will be Natterdays and all those kind of shenanigans, probably outtakes and anything that's going to make me virally famous or whatever, which will probably never ever happen. But if you want to, go check that out. Stash Billy Customs on TikTok. Instagram is Shore Billy Bruce, and Dent Sides by Dustin. If you want to go check those out. And I don't have anything separate for my Facebook except for the Bruce Fire Equipment LLC, if you want to check out the business part and see what we're doing there. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Hopefully we'll pick up some more people. Hopefully we'll pick up some more No, we don't need to be picking up more projects. We need to be finishing up more projects, but hopefully we'll be picking up more motivation and parts to get those things finished. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon.